What is up, my fellow fitness freaks, and welcome back to another workout. Today we're going to do a bit of cardio in the beginning and then a lot of stretching. So enjoy and let's get right into the warm-up. Step touch, stepping from side to side to get warm, to get the blood flowing. And side to side, and side to side. Again, it's kind of cold here, like not really cold, but colder than it was in the summer, obviously. But yeah, and kind of windy, as you might hear. So that's why I'm wearing a sweater and long pants and shoes, because I really prefer doing sports without shoes. But well, sometimes we don't have a choice, do we? And now leg curls, curl, curl, curl. I hope the weather is still nice wherever you're at, or at least that your apartment or your home is nice and cozy and warm. If it's not that warm outside anymore. Or maybe you like the cold. I mean, there's all kinds of people, no? And stop. And now rotate your hips or circle your hips to one direction. And then the other way around. Okay, and now slide down the sides of your legs like that. Make sure to keep your shoulders down. We don't want to have our shoulders up here. We want to have them down, side to side. And now extend that movement with your arm over your head so that you're stretching your sides. Up and up and up and up and up. Come to a step. Now roll your shoulders back. And the other way around. And now let your arms swing back, swing, swing, so you feel a stretch in your pecs. They're your chest muscles, no? If you don't know. And back, 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 up, back, back, back. Okay, let's do 10 squats. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now turn your feet out, kind of into a second position I mean, or like sumo squats. Then we go down and up, and 10 times again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and now let's do some lunges, dynamic lunges. So we're taking a big step forward, we're lunging down, our rear knee goes straight down, our front knee 90-degree angle if possible, and then we come back and bam, on the other side. And we keep alternating the sides. And if it's hard for you to keep your balance, then just hold on to a chair or a wall or whatever you have at hand. Let's do 10 more here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And turn your feet out and sumo squats or first position squats or whatever, second position squats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 lunges. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and march in place. Whew. And I'm already kinda out of breath, but that might be because I'm talking all the time. It's really more challenging if you talk or if you count out loud. So if you want to have a more challenging workout, just like count out loud with me when I'm saying like 10 more, and you count 10, 9, and then I promise you it's going to be harder. Okay, now you can either stay here and march, or you can like jog or jump rope or whatever. But if you don't want to make any noise, you don't want to annoy your neighbors, you can just like march really fast. If not, do some jump roping, some running in place to keep that blood pumping. And a few more here, or a few more a longer time. Now, wait. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do are jumping jacks. You can either do jumping jacks with me, or if you don't want to make noise, you can just like step from side to side like that. Then it's gonna be more apartment friendly. But if you can do the jumping jacks. Jump, 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 jump. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Just gonna check my mic is still okay. Okay, and back to to jumping in place, back to marching in place. I mean, marching in place. It's like a recovery phase now, but there's not much to go. We're almost at the end of a really quick cardio burst before we get into the stretching. So now the next thing is planks. So come at the end of your mat or wherever, and now walk down, plank, downward dog, plank, and walk up again. And again, plank, downward dog, plank, and up again, and walk down. You can have your plank, downward dog, and up again. If you want to, you can have your legs bent. You don't need to have them straight. It's up to you. And plank, downward dog, plank, and walk up again. And again, plank, downward dog, plank, and up again, and down. Walk, 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 plank, downward dog, plank, and let's get up again. And come down another time. Plank, downward dog, plank, and walk up again. And if you have to do this more slowly, do more slowly. Do it at the pace that feels right for you, as long as you keep moving. And if at any time this is too challenging, you can just come back to marching in place and just march in place a bit. That's okay too. Just keep moving, because we want to stay warm so that we're prepared for the stretching. And up, up, and let's get up. And let's do this one more time. Down, plank, downward dog, plank, and up again. Okay, now come back to marching in place. So, 2 more exercises for the cardio section, then we're gonna get into the stretching. So this next thing is also a plank. It's gonna be a plank, side plank variation. So come at the end of your mat, walk into the plank, and then turn to one side, lift that arm up, come down again, and to the other side. So now we're also training our obliques, like a whole core actually, a whole body to be honest, because also shoulders, legs, we have to maintain every muscle engaged in order not to collapse. And up, and up, and up. Let's do 20 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And come up again and march in place. And now we're coming together. We're getting into the last exercise before the stretching. The last exercise is standing side crunches. So you shift your weight onto one leg. I'm going to shift it onto my left. You can shift it onto your right. And then we're going crunch and crunch and crunch. And 20 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the other side. Shift and crunch and crunch. And 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 10 more on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And we're through with our cardio section. We're going to get into the stretches. So come onto your mat. Okay, now for this section, I like to take my shoes off, but that's totally up to you. You can take them off, you can leave them on, or maybe you have them off already. Okay, so now first let's come into a tabletop position, and then we're going to inhale and just make a cow pose, looking up to the sky, arching our back, and then a cat pose, exhaling, making a round back, and again the cow and the cat and the cow and the cat. Okay, now bring one foot forward and come into like deep lunge, both of your hands at one side of the leg that's in front. In my case, that's the right leg. And then just like move up and down a bit and back and forth so that you loosen up those muscles. Come onto your rear knee. And now if you can, come into a little stretch. That is resting your elbows on the floor, but if you cannot, that's no problem, then you just stay up here. But if you can, come down, come down. And again, like rock from side to side or back and forth, whatever feels right, to loosen up those tight muscles. And you can tuck your toes under and lift the knee off the floor. That's going to intensify the stretch. You don't have to though. that knee back down and come up. And now put your hands on your front knee and press farther down and look up. Your hips pressing down, your head is turned to the sky. And then press back, flex the front foot and feel a nice stretch in your calf and in your hamstring. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So bring the other foot in front and come into the deep lunge. Both hands at one side of your leg and rock back and forth or from side to side. Try to get deep down inside that stretch. Breathe into the stretch. Now rest that rear knee on the mat, and if you can, come into the lizard stretch, bringing your elbows onto the mat. If you cannot, stay up here. You can turn your knee and your foot slightly out so that it's easier to stay in that pose and that you're loosening up those muscles even more. Rocking from side to side. Now tuck those toes under and lift your knee off the mat if you can to intensify the stretch. Okay, bring your knee down again and come up. Put your hands on the front knee and press down with your hips and look up to the sky. You really want to sink into that stretch. Push back, flex the front foot so that you feel the stretch here and here. Try to maintain a more or less straight back, like don't sag into it too much at least. And feel that stretch. Come back, bring the other leg in front again. Again, we're going to get into that lunge. But now, like our back foot is like, it's turned, it's diagonal. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. And we're lifting the left hand up if our right leg is in front. If your left leg is in front, you're going to lift up your left hand. And try to maintain a more or less straight back. Again, feeling a nice stretch in our hamstring. And just stay here for a little moment. And if that's too hard for you, you can have, if you have a yoga block or a book, you can put it here so that it's going to be easier. Okay, come back. Bring that foot back, bring the other leg in front. Again, the rear foot like kind of in a diagonal, and then straighten that front leg and turn out. And stay here for a moment, feeling the stretch in your hamstring. Onto the mat and come into child's pose so that you can relax your lower back for a moment and let go of all the tension, and you just stay here for a moment, breathing in and breathing out, in and out. Now, press up into downward dog, but like not a normal downward dog, but on the top of your feet to stretch those feet out if you can. If that's too hard, just do a normal downward dog. But if you can, press up on the top of your feet to stretch them. And stay here again for a moment. And come back into tabletop position. Wait a moment, and then we're going to press up again on the top of our feet. Take a deep breath and exhale. A deep breath. And when you exhale, press up. Tuck your toes under into like a more normal kind of downward dog and just pedal it out. Do whatever feels right for you. This is all about feeling good, loosening up the muscles, and yeah, relaxing a bit. Okay, come up, come back to your knees. And back into child's pose. Okay. So, now come onto your back. And we're going to do a side stretch for our legs. So first, bring both of your legs in, hold them, give yourself a hug, and like rock from side to side, or do some small circles with your legs or with your hips or your back, whatever. You know what I mean? Like just like move around a little. And then let your hands fall to your sides and also your legs. Mine going to the right, and I'm going to look to the left so that I have a nice twist in my spine. If that's too hard, you can leave them up here. But if you can rest them on the floor, rest them on the floor. And just stay here and relax. Back to the middle, and guess what, we're going to do that to the other side. So bring your legs up and let them fall to the other side and look into the opposite direction. Your back might crack in some moment, just like a little crack. That's totally normal. Mine often does. And stay here for a few breaths. Okay, bring your legs back into the middle, and now have them rest your feet on the mat about hips width apart. Bring one foot up and flex it, and flex and point it. Flex and point, flex and point. Now bring the leg closer in. Grab it with your hands and kind of like pull it towards you. Again, we're going to feel a stretch here in our hamstrings. And stay here for a little moment. Stretching is all about patience and about enjoying it, I think. Although sometimes it can be hard too, of course. If we want to get into the splits or something and we're training for that, it can be kind of hard. Bring that leg back, lift the other one, and flex, point, flex, and point, flex, and point, and flex, and point. And now grab that leg and pull it towards you. Bring that down again. Wait. Now, stay on your back, and now we're going to try to roll over, like our feet over our heads, so like we're lifting them and rolling over, and like that. If you can do that. If you cannot do that, maybe just like roll in a bit, or hug yourself really hard like that. But if you can, do the whole thing, roll over. Like that. And let's stay here for a tiny little moment, for a few breaths. Can kind of rock back and forth too in that position, or rock from side to side, whatever feels right. Okay, come back slowly and controlled. Okay, now we come into kind of a like middle split position. Wait, just want to make sure that I'm still in the picture. So open your legs. You don't have to open them like really far. We're not going to do like a temporary middle split. We just want to stretch the insides of our legs. So sit like that. If it's just a 90-degree angle, it's okay too. Try to maintain a straight back and just sit there for a moment, breathing in and breathing out. And again, in and out. Okay, now let's slowly tap one foot and then try to tap the other one. And one and the other. And you can even like walk over like that. Bop. And you walk over to the other side. Bop. Bop. We don't want to do hard stretching today. We want to really relax and enjoy it. And bop. And pop. And now kind of try to come down in front of you and try not to like turn in with your feet. Try to keep them up like that and try to maintain a straight back. If you're up here, then you're up here. That's totally fine. If you do that regularly, that's the stretches, then you're going to get more flexible and then you're eventually going to get down. If you can, rest your elbows on the floor, but maintaining that straight back and keeping those feet up. Flex them or point them, whatever you want, but don't let them turn in like that. Keep them up. And stay here for a little moment. Okay, come up again. Bring the right hand, or in your case, the left hand, at the side of the left leg. And bring the other hand over. If you're up here, again, that's okay. You don't have to be all the way down, but if you can go farther down, go farther down, but don't push yourself too hard. And feel the nice stretch here in your side. Okay, back to the middle, same thing on the other side. Hand at the side of your leg, and the other hand goes over, and we're feeling a nice stretch in our side body. Come into the middle again. And maybe now you can come down onto your elbows if you couldn't before. Maybe you're still up here, that's okay too. Be wherever you feel right. If you're really flexible, you can even like lay down all the way, like so that your upper body is touching the floor and you're in a pancake, like that. But you don't have to be there. Here is totally fine, or even farther up, just like I said. It's just about relaxing and stretching a bit. Okay, now let's walk over to our left side, or my right, your left. Turn our upper body and come up and down. And if you're up here, again, that's fine. We just want to go up and down, up and down, up and down. And now stay down for a little moment. And come up, and let's get onto the other side. We're up and down and up and down. And maybe on this side or on the other side it's trickier. For me, this side is not as flexible as the other one, so I'm feeling more of a stretch here. It's more challenging. Up and down, and stay down. Come up, bring your feet in, that you're sitting up nice and tall, have a straight back, and look to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left, to the middle, to the sky, to the floor, to the sky, to the floor. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And that was my cardio and stretching workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, please hit like and subscribe. And I hope I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.